Alright, we're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. There he was just trolling, you know, forehead. What about Hearts? Wait, Hart plays this game? No, just kidding. Hart actually played the last ACL like event like yesterday, and he's been playing plenty of tournaments like double ages and doing well in all of them. So I think we shame Hart a little bit too much, but he's actually playing a decent amount these days. What's up, Rapardos? Hera more than Viper more than Leary? It seems that way, man. Except I get knocked out in round 1 tournaments. Max. Oh, Max is another interesting contender. Because like before Hidden Cup, everyone is saying, oh, Max is like, I don't know, top 5, top 10. He's a good team game player, but I don't know about 1v1. But then he comes out and does an amazing performance at Hidden Cup 2. And now all of a sudden people are like, maybe Max is number 3. You know, who knows? So I would say Max, Yo, and MBL for number 3 right now based on performance. Are you seeing yourself getting in the upper bracket of the tournaments in the future? I mean, I hope so. That's the plan. It's hard to say though. It's really hard to say. It's really hard actually. Like, think of it this way: I'm good, but I'm playing against the best. So it's like sometimes they make me look bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of the nerves and stuff happens as well. What's up, Belgium? How's it going? Passing scenes is like passing sheep. Practice makes perfect. Yo, what's up, LG? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Alright, let's take a look at this game. We have Burmese for Daniel. He's playing in blue. And his opponent, Mr. Yo, playing in red as the Saracens. And right off the bat, this is some awkward map for Mr. Yo. He's taking a very small woodline here, and it's very open on the front. It does have a back woodline that's relatively decent. DR close as well. Main golds on the side. Secondary golds are kind of on the front as well. And well, his stone's on the front, but that's not going to be too important as the Saracens. Daniel's map, on the other hand, well, it's not the best either. He's got one decent woodline, barriers to the back, but his front is very open here. Although he could wall out here with the woodlines. Yeah, this is a long woodline. He could wall very far out. But if he doesn't scout that, then he's going to have a very open map. And yes, his resources are relatively easy to protect once he gets those walls up. Alright, let's go on the view lock. Oh, no Mr. Yo, though. Okay, cool. I wish someone loved me like Cindy loved AM players. Not AM players. I used to think it was AM players, but it's really just Leary and Hart. Because he hates me. He just trolls Esta, and MBL probably just trolls as well. AM 3 wins in a row of ECL and before second place in 1v1 for MBL. You guys decided to prepare at some point. I don't want to brag or anything, but AM was what they were like 7th before I joined, and then I joined all of a sudden we're second place. I mean, just put 2 and 2 together, boys. Like, I don't want to take the credit for myself, but I think it's the AM players are the only people who give him the time of day in chat. I respect it. If he's not acting like a dumbass, then I'm fine with him chatting. Skinny, you're okay, man. I think Heresy also started winning more after you left. I mean, winning more. They won like another event, bro. They got like second place. No, not even like third place in another event. And that was like years after I left. Oh my god, almost like another tournament. Alright, so let's take a look at this matchup. So right off the bat, I could think, I mean, these two civs, they're not the best Arabia civs. Burmese used to be top tier, but now they kind of fall short and they're kind of like mid tier. But I would definitely prefer them over Saracens. They have a smoother economy and a strong mana arm rush. And the potential for Aramba and Castlage is still quite strong. That being said, though, I think as the game goes late, Saracens with the options like Hussar, Bomber Cannons, and Arbalest might actually be a better late game than Burmese, because Burmese have like Hussar around by, but I feel like Arbalest might just be better than that. Alrighty. So we're seeing Yo actually going on to gold, dropping a barracks. This is all indicating men at arms. And Daniel, what's the plan? I guess Burmese meta is also men at arms, and he will do the same. Nice walls from Daniel. Did he actually scout what we were talking about earlier? He did scout that the woodland stretches quite a long way. And is it walled there? Yes, it is. And oh, did he scout the edge there? He didn't scout this forest. If he scouted this forest, he would, you know, put 2 and 2 together and just wall that up. But I don't know if he's going to be inclined to wall from here to the edge of the map. He definitely should, though. It's definitely worth it. His map is amazing if he does it. Why aren't Mamelukes seen anymore? Well, good question actually. They got a small nerf in Willow Kingdoms, and they got, I think the nerf was they shoot faster. No, they shoot slower. So the animation is longer. And in general, they're just not that great a unit. They're too expensive, and they're too clunky. And they died at Halbs now because of their slower fire rates. So they're really just terrible. Although they are good in certain situations, and they're probably one of Saracen's best late game options. But well, not best, but it's definitely a late game option. But yeah, it's not used too much because of that nerf. Nice little quick wall from Daniel there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the scout was coming in. It's a feudal age scout, and he's going to wall in that villager. The problem is, Yoshi's going to sit here and out of that ville for a while, and wait till the men-at-arms make their way over. So good initiative from Yo there. He could have easily just camped defensively, but instead he, moves out, finds a place in the wall that's open, and he's just going to go ahead and attack instead of defending. Daniel, on the other hand, with his men-at-arms, is going to be forced to defend. Do I have to? Why do they just laugh out of nowhere? These specs just laugh out of literally nowhere. I guess it's because he made this range here or something. I don't know. Decent versus Arambai. Ooh, I'm not actually sure about that interaction. I've never seen it firsthand. I would assume that they do okay. Arambai is a horse unit. Arambai do outrange the Mamelukes though, so I think it would be close, but Mamelukes would probably win up close. I was just thinking yesterday why we don't see Saracens tournaments recently. Thanks for the explanation. Master Show, no worries, man. But there's other reasons. It's because they don't have an eco bonus as well, or not a very good one. This is a weak Palisade. Yo instantly breaks it. This guy is too smart, man. And oh, he vipered him. Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one. Well played. That was really good. Daniel's smurfing a little bit. And he did that under like 200 lag, because even though Daniel's Chinese, he lives in North America, right? So this is like under 200 lag, or 200 ping, 300 ping. Big fight. Burmese should win this one quite easily because of the +1 attack, and the archer was there as well. Again, Yo kills the scout and then runs away with his. This is so good. Yo is smart with these fights. He doesn't care about the men-at-arms. He just cares about keeping the scout alive and killing Daniel's scout. Once he does that, he's got full vision of Daniel's base, and Daniel doesn't have the scout. He just has, what, 2 men-at-arms at a low HP to show for that fight, and that's not enough to do any real damage. When is it a good time to go scouts into archers? Well, it's a good time, Pendragon, when you want to open scouts because you have a fast scout civ. Let's example Mongols. You want to open scouts, it's a fast civ, it's good. But then Mongols and Castles don't really have any bonuses for their knights. And long term, you really want to be playing Mangudai or Arbalest. So that's when you transition into archers. That's a good example of a civ that would want to do that. Another good example is if you want to play extended feudal age, switch into some archers. Complements the scouts very nicely. What's up, Jurg? How's it going? Fat Dragon is the best player. Well, judging by your name, I can tell you think that. I think he's like a top 5, I would say. Or maybe even a bit less nowadays. He hasn't really proved himself too much in tournaments. Is this a tower coming up? This is a little bit weird, actually. A tower preemptively on the gold. That tells me he wants to go for a faster castle age, and I think that's the case. He wants to... He dropped the market, he's dropping a blacksmith, he's only going 1 range. So it looks like, yeah, he's gonna try and go for a faster castle edge. Zufus, thanks for giving another sub to Jurg, appreciate that. Let's get some Hera hypes in the chat for Zufus and for Jurg. Enjoy, Jurg, and thank you once again, Zufus. You're awesome, man. Your top 5 is already filled. Bro, my top 5 is like 20 names long, trust. Some archers came in, he cleared them up nice and easily. And, well, now Yo will get a pretty clean fast castle, I think. Nice, snipes that last archer. Because once you thin out Daniel's numbers, he's not really going to have enough, force to clean you up. Yo is running straight onto this, though. He's going to run back. The skirmisher there. That's why I always say add 1 or 2 skirmishers, because look at this. If this was an archer, it'd be an even fight. But since it's a skirmisher, Yo can't even take it. He has to run. That's why I always say mix in a couple of skirmishers when you go for a men-at-arm archer. That's what Leary does, what Viper does, what they all do. And it works well. Take a look at Daniel's base. He's only sticking on the 1 range, so it looks like he might want to transition into a Rambai and Castle Age. And, well, Yo is doing a faster Castle Age, but I think he will stick with the crossbows once he gets there. Let's see how he plays this one out. He could easily micro win this if he wanted to. Yeah, looks like he's gonna clear that up real quick. Who's the best mod and why is it Zufus? It is Roxy, but Zufus comes close for like top 5 best mod. Let's go with that. Oh, make that top 4. Just kidding. But yeah, he's definitely very generous today. Thank you once again for Zufus, that sub gift to Belgium. Appreciate that. Belgium, enjoy it. More hypes in the chat, boys. Chris Con, what's up, man? How's it going? Is that Karu? Karu, I missed you, man. How's it going? My bad there. Volt Crasher, what's up, dude? Lava as well, what's up? ASDF, hello, hello. So just a couple more scrims now from Daniel, forcing Yo's army back. I don't think he's too worried about that, though. It's clear he just wants to go up to Castle Age. Mining a little bit of stone to get back to that worth from the tower. And it's now going to go up to 2 ranges. Over on the other side, we have Daniel actually switching into stables. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It's better than Aramba, I think, because... Well, actually, I don't know. Because he knows that Yo will go crossbow, so it makes sense to go for knights. But I think Aramba Siege, okay, Aramba Mangano might even just be better. Either way, though, both players have a pretty solid uptime here. Master Show's asking, how to decide whether to go scrims? With scrims versus archer, full arch. I always say mix in a couple scrims. That's the rule. So if you want to go archers, that's fine, but mix in a couple scrims. Then you're fine. Then that works for every scenario. Because in this case, if Daniel went heavier on like a mix of scrims and archers, and Yo didn't, well, Yo would have got steamrolled. He would have got pushed off half his gold probably. Daniel would have went around, pushed him off farms. Maybe he went into the wood. I think Yo got a little bit lucky that Daniel didn't commit too much to the fuel age there. Alright, the troll, what's up, man? Double mining camp onto the gold. That's not something you see all the time. I'm actually not a fan of it because it feels like just a waste of 100 gold. These 2 villas could have easily went to that, 100 wood rather. These 2 villas could easily went to either side of that gold pile. Either way though, Yo's gonna do a massive wall on this side. I guess he anticipates some sort of knight or a Rambai raiding. He wants to protect himself from it. Makes sense. Maybe he wants something quicker because a Rambai and siege will take time, right? And it will hurt his economy. And Yo is not walled, so he can use mobility. I mean, I get the knight switch, but I feel like a Rambai siege is just better because it scales better into the late game. Like having the castle up, having the Rambai already, in production. He's gonna go into stone now, so he'll probably boom into that and just open knights for the time being. We'll take a look and see what happens though. Obviously, Nili has been coaching Yo about the mining camp. It seems that way actually. That's something I told Nili not to do, and I would tell Yo not to do it as well, because it's just kind of a waste of 100 wood. The only time you do it is if you're gonna go 1 TC, and it looks like Yo. Oh, okay, I understand now. Yo's gonna go for fast imp. Yeah, that's the second lumber camp. Never mind, he's getting a TC. I have no idea then. I don't know why. I thought he was gonna go for fast imp. I still think he might try and go for that though. We'll see. I don't think it will work though. Yeah, anyways, we'll see. We'll take a look at what Yo's gonna do. I still don't agree with the mining camp though. Well played versus Burmese with Turks, by the way, against NBL. Oh yeah, thank you. I think I played that one pretty good. I potatoed some other matchups though, so I potatoed Mayans versus Turks, which is pretty disaster. What's up, Revenge? Hey, my man, it was good to actually see you play for once in a while. Yo, Revenge, nice to see you back here, man. I hope I exceeded your expectations in the ECL games. So yeah, Daniel is booming on 2 TC now. He's adding in a third. I guess his map is very hilly because he added it right here, very far from the gold, but that's okay. That's pretty much his best option. And is massing up some knights, but isn't showing Yo that he's going to go knights. So this will come as a surprise, and Yo is going to move out here. That might be very risky, right? Because these knights will clean up the crossbows if they get a good surround. Try put cam on and your views will raise by 235%. Oh boy. Well, cam is coming soon, Jurg. Don't worry. Don't worry. Maybe even this week. Big stuff coming. I will make a post about it though. Yo can go full Arba. I mean, yeah, Burmese scrims do suck, so Arbalests are a decent choice. Probably exactly what he's gonna go for. He sees the knights now. He's gonna run away. Probably gonna hide here, to be honest. Oh, I like that Daniel kept these scrims alive, because if Yo hides in a corner, which he's gonna go for, Daniel could easily use the scrims to pick him off. No, Yo opts not to hide here. He needs to use all his army though. I don't know about forcing this fight from Daniel. Like, it's gonna be good, actually. It's good, but he's gonna lose a few knights of his own. It's an even trade, I would say. But he did get away with a few low HP knights, though. So I think overall, that was good for Daniel. If he lost those knights, then not so much, but it was okay. Yo should easily get a monastery now and just deal with it now. He doesn't, yeah, monastery immediately goes down. He'll be fine. How I think about knights against crossbows is that the knights have a stronger early game than crossbows. No, okay. Like, crossbows at the start of castle are better because you can mass them from feudal. But then in the early mid castle age, like right now, knights are better, but they do cost food. So as the game goes on, the crossbows are better than knights. Because you will get a faster uptime going with crossbows. So that's how I think about it. Wow, Zufus with another gifted sub over to Karu. Really appreciate that, man. I don't know if it's because you're suddenly, gifting subs, you're suddenly feeling the generosity in you or something, or you just want to see the potato pop up on screen. It's one or the other. Yeah, nonetheless, I appreciate that, Zufus. Let's get some hypes for Zufus once again. Thanks for the gifted subs, my man. Alrighty, we're seeing a castle going down the front, and this is something I like to see as well. Once you get the 3TC boom going, you start mining some stone to get a castle before you click up to Imp. That, secures your position. Daniel, this is what I was talking about. The knights are good, but they slow down your Imperial Age time quite a bit. And I think what we're going to see is Yo click up to Imp way faster. Wait, is this a Monk and Siege push from Daniel on the side? Interesting. I think that might work, actually. Because while Yo is going to try and go for a faster Imp, Daniel's taking that initiative, and he's going to Monk and Siege from this hill. Although, don't show the Monk, though. Will Yo see this? That's the question. Yeah, he sees everything, so he knows exactly what's coming. He wanted to pick up that relic. He thinks twice about it. He might need some. He might need 3 monks on defense. Bomb Tech, what's up? Furati, how's it going? Scub scared me like crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry if the alerts are a bit loud here. Bear with me. I'm just new to the thingy, and I didn't think the alerts would be louder on the Streamlabs OBS. But well, they are. I'll tone them down though. Don't worry. This is an old strategy, I guess. Well, Monk and Siege is actually, it's seen quite a bit these days, pushing from hills, so I wouldn't say it's necessarily an old strategy, but it's been around forever, I agree. One Knight Convert will kill Magnus though. How to snipe Yo Monks? Well, the thing about Monk and Siege is that when Yo converts the Monk, Daniel can just convert it back, that's the thing. So, I think Daniel, his push will do fine. My concern is that he's not hitting any economy here. He's hitting a monastery. If you take a look at Yo's resources, he's about to click Imp, right? And he's about to have a second castle very soon, in the next 2 minutes, so I don't think Daniel's doing necessarily enough damage here onto Yo's economy, but he still has like a 3-minute window to take a big fight. Take a look at Daniel's resources here. He has enough for castle, but he doesn't have nearly enough to click Imp. So he's going to be committed to castle age here, and I don't know if that's the best choice. We'll take a look though. Oh, Yo is running with the relics. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. It's like a heist. He's just taking the relics and hoarding them here. Alright, I don't know if you guys know this, but I learned this from Leary and Hart actually. If you take the Meganos, instead of right-clicking the Siege Workshop, what you can do is target ground in the middle of the buildings, and it does more damage to all of them. Okay? So right now, you see some splash on the house. If you do it in the middle, that same splash would apply to this house as well. And it would be just a nice way to kill the buildings faster. Second castle from Yo is going to be in perfect time here, I believe, to defend this knight push. And right now, I just prefer Yo's position quite a bit. What I want to see, I'll tell you in a second, once this castle goes up. Ooh, but Daniel's pushing on this TC instead. Smart play here. Although I think he just got lucky because he didn't see that castle. Oh, never mind, he did see it. So well played from Daniel there. I knew that it was obvious. Well, it's for the people who did it, man. You never know, you never know. And a forward castle from Daniel. I'll tell you why I don't like this though. Because first of all, it's not hitting economy like I said. And Yo can easily trap that down once he gets to Imp. So I think this might be an overcommitment from Daniel. We'll see how it plays out. But right now, as soon as Yo hits Imp, he's going to be in a really good position with a lot of these Arbalest. He's got enough Arbalest to really just one-shot these knights. Looks like we got a host here real quick. Let's take a look. Back, thanks to the host. Sorry I couldn't play you before. I was busy with some overlay. But welcome to back these viewers, and hope you had a great stream, man. Look at how these crosses are positioned. They aren't firing though. I guess they're on strike. Looks like they just came off. Arbalest and Bracer come in, but this is pretty decent timing from Daniel. But I think the positioning from Yo is just too good here. Alright, Daniel's Knights. What's the plan here? Because yeah, he did some damage, but does he want? I guess he has to run away now. He can't really hope to fight this. Arbalest did kick in. The problem is, can he even run away? This might be, like I said, another overcommitment from Daniel, going in too early. We'll see though. Yo's not even bothering trapping him though. He's just gonna get some hits. So Daniel's fine. I think overall that's worth it. On the front though, we're seeing more Cavalier, or just, I guess, just Knights raiding. Problem is these Arbalests, man, they are very, very strong. He's even using the villagers to kill the Mangonel. That's hilarious. Well done there. Do you stream as a full-time job? No, I stream as a part-time job. And pretty much the money I get from it, well, not all of it, I'm not gonna lie and say all of it goes back in the stream, but some of it goes back in the stream. Like right now I've got the new overlays from Nerd Rage Quit, and I'm gonna hire him as a YouTube editor as well and try working on that a bit more. Yeah, just a part-time job. I still, study. I wish Daniel was in voice chat with you. How would you wish that? Roxy, what's up? Well, Daniel is playing, so he cannot even hope to talk while playing, I don't think. Alrighty. Trebs are out on the castle. This is what I was talking about here. Oh, Neo didn't even have Thumb Ring. He just got it now. This is what I was talking about. The Trebs on this castle, and it just feels like now this castle went to waste. What did it really do, right? I mean, it got him forward position, but it didn't hit any economy, and now it's just gonna get cleared up real quick. Meanwhile, here some Rams being masked up. I guess he's got one more shot once he gets the Cavalier. But to be fair, Daniel is he's not lost. Like, he's losing, but it's not completely over, because he does have way more villagers. But I just think he might have wasted a bit too much here on the front. With that castle, for example. What can Daniel do in imp? Well, he is teching into skirmishers, guard tower, and it looks like, I think, Cavalier opening for sure. Maybe some Rams. Bomber cannons are pretty much a must for this matchup. So probably just skirms, bomber cannon, Hussar, to be honest. A lot of trash. Maybe Cavalier instead of Hussar, but it looks like he's switching into light cav for some reason. Maybe some Rams, maybe. I'm talking about the Imperial Age, the Cap Rams, Domino. What's up, by the way? Nice to see you here. But yeah, these Castage Rams are getting cleaned up. Maybe they're getting cleaned up. Oh yeah, they are. Never mind. Guard towers are not going to do too much either. Getting cleaned up by the Trebs as well. Wait. Is he going to commit to Mamelukes? Oh, I would love that. So I'm pretty sure Doubt calls these cutters, as I was informed yesterday or 2 days ago from Viper. So apparently, Art of the Troll, can you confirm? Are these cutters? These are cutters. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so we are seeing we're seeing a stable blacksmith come down. This is the cutter territory if he gets the upgrades for it. He's not actually making more of them. Okay, this is really good though. Daniel is actually going to look to take map control here. So, although it seems like a useless part of the map, if you take a look at outside the fog of war, there's actually 2 extra golds in this corner. One here and one all the way there. So if Daniel drops a couple outposts, which he should have done, he would have been in a good position to find that extra gold and just abuse it. Over on this side, more Rams being produced. I don't think Ram stands, though he really needs to switch into bomber cannons. He's getting Hussar and Cavalier though. So a lot of cavalry from him. At least Scarum Tech was completed, but he only has 1 range so far. Don't see him doing too much of that, to be honest. What are cutters? Cutters are Mamelukes. So the Saracen unit right here. So it says, if you read it, it says cutter. There it is. Oh, but Yo wasn't paying attention to this round from Mr. Danny Boy. And +4 armor is completed, so these guys will kill the Arbalest, I think. I hope. I think they are, though. They're cleaning them up nicely here. That was as good a fight as Daniel could have possibly hoped for. And kind of a potato from Yo, to be honest. He wasn't watching. And he doesn't have enough to remake this army. What is he going for? Yo's not making a single unit right now. Wait. I'm really confused actually. Why aren't you making units? Husbandry, Gale Barding. This is cutter territory. I'm telling you guys, this is really cutter territory. And he's going for the cutters. Nice. Mamelukes on the way. There we go. Primarius, what's up, man? More Cavalier and Hussar waiting, and I can't help but feel like Daniel's making a mini comeback here. And I say comeback, but he's at 180 pop. I mean, I know he's losing a score for the time being, but he's actually kind of ahead. I think Yo threw whatever advantage he had, and he's now struggling with the late game. But he has cutters though. He's got the Mamelukes in place. The elite memes is being researched rather. And it's actually a relatively cheap upgrade. The only upgrade he's missing now is the 30 HP extra, and perhaps some attack upgrades. By the way, fun fact, attack upgrade on the Mameluke might be more worth it than the defense upgrade, because they shoot from range.
BAAAAM and Daniel, back at it again with the cap Rams.
Damn, Daniel. Yamno, thanks for this bits, man. Appreciate it. I was kind of expecting you to spit some fire bars, but I guess this was okay as well. Appreciate those bits, man. Titanic Lord, what's up? Memes are countered by everything, though. Very true. I think Halbs will counter them decently, and that's exactly what he's going to go for. Like Halbs, Trebs, Bombard Cannons, and Mamelukes don't do much, to be honest. I know it sounds weird that Halbs counter memes, because like you think they can just shoot them from range, but 3 range is very little, and unless they've got a ton of Mamelukes out, Halbs will easily kill them. Alrighty, the memes are in. To be fair, talk all you want about them, they shred Cavalier. They shred Cav. Okay, but let's think about it. What can Burmese do against Mamelukes besides Halberdiers? They can't really do, like, they don't have Arbalest, they don't have Thumb Ring. They can't really do Skirms because they don't have the armor on them. So the only option is Halbs, but even Halbs alone aren't the best. You need something to complement them. Maybe Halb Onager would be best. Yeah, Halb Onager, yeah. That's the only way to do it, I think. Arambai, we were talking about it earlier. I think Mamelukes do decently against Arambai, at least up close. So I don't think that's going to be the best option. Yo's not making vills though. That's really weird. Why are you not expanding? Yo usually plays late game way better than this. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, he sees the gold, he sees the extra stone. He really needs to be expanding there. Like a castle right here, for example, or right here, will secure all these 3 resources pretty much, or at least control the area. Daniel is going for Onager and Halb Tech. Well, Halb is done, Blast Furnace on the way. Remember, these guys are Burmese Halb, so they'll have 6+7 attack once fully upgraded. And well, Yo is going for Zealotry. So Yo will stick with full Mameluke for the time being, which makes a lot of sense because it's such a powerful unit. Once you get masked, they aren't the best unit, but once you get them in mask, they actually become pretty powerful. However, they are expensive, though, so you can't be wasting them and throwing them away randomly. You really got to maintain that critical mass of them. He's actually killing buildings with them, though, funnily enough. Alright. Really successful raids, though, from Daniel. Like, I know he's losing a couple of these Cavs to some of the Arrow Fire and some of the Mamelukes, but just disturbing Yo's economy here might be worthwhile, to be honest. Yo is everywhere, though. He's cleaning up everything with these minis. Alright, but this is what I mean. When I say Halbs counter them, only if you Halbs are able to close the distance and actually kill 1 or 2 Mamelukes and hurt plenty of them. So if you have like 40 Halbs with Onagers, if the Halbs are able to close the distance, they absolutely shred the Mamelukes. I hope Daniel does SO. Well, we can only wish for Burmese to get back SO. That was actually before my time. Some chaps gonna kill the CC from Daniel. Kind of unprotected though. You can easily kill those, Danny. Plenty of Halbs here. Might try and eject them and get some good hits on the Mamelukes one day. I think Yo found the gold almost. Daniel almost found it in the corner. He did spot it. If take a look at Yo's Fog of War, he knows about it. He knows about this gold as well. Okay, let's take a look at how these Halbs do. Oh, the big shots! And this is exactly what I was talking about here. If Halbs close the distance, they shred these guys. And Mamelukes are super expensive, so although he's got a massive score lead, it's not entirely over for Daniel. I think he's able to push this back with a better trash army in the late game. So we'll see how he does it. Generic Halbs 2-shot fully upgraded Mameluke. No, they don't. No, I think it's 3-shot, dude. 2-shot seems way too fast. My boy Yo should add 10 Arbalest. Yeah, he should. He could easily mix in some Arbalest. Actually, you might be right. It might actually be 2-shot because that was a downhill shot and that did a ton of damage. Jeez. I think this is the first game we cast, Roxy, so score is just casting for now. Wait, is it the first game? Yeah, I think this is the first game. At least between these two players. Oh no, it's the second game. Yo won the first one. Roxy, can you please update the score? It's 1-0 for Yo. Yeah, my bad. Hera brain, non-existent, man. C-Dram Tech did come in for Yo. No, I'm pretty sure the Mamelukes, the Halbs 3-shot the Mamelukes. Yeah, the Halbs 3-shot them, which is still quite fast. So yeah, Daniel is actually having a pretty perfect army composition here. Hussar, Halbs, Onagers, and I want to see him get Bomber Cannons though. Bomber Cannons are good too, trust. Yo is attacking into Elite Skirmisher now and Light Cavalry as well. Again, Saracen late game is very strong. They're one of my favorite late game civs to play out of the weak civs. Like, Saracen is considered quite a weak civ, but their late game is very strong. Newick, my man, how's it going? And ooh, look how fast they go down though. It's scary seeing that. Some raiding coming in from Daniel, very nicely done there. Killing off the gold, preventing Yo from actually, you know, snowballing completely here. And yeah, Yo's really got to be careful. Look at how they just die. I honestly kind of favor Daniel's position, to be honest. Because I feel like the memes aren't going to pay off here in the long run. Yo needs to... Oh, nice try with the trap there. Doesn't quite get it, but it's a decent attempt. I'm doing well, Newick. Hope you're doing well too. Bomber Cannon's not coming out for Mr. Yo. That's something I've wanted to see for a while now. He's got plenty of resources. He could easily spam up Hussar if he wanted to. Okay, if in this position, if you're Yo, look how much they die. That hurts to see, man. That really hurts. Oh, that's terrible. Like I was saying, if you're Yo in this position, what stops you from just switching into Arbalest and Hussar with Bomber Cannon, which is also a solid combination? I think you can just drop the Mameluke idea. You don't need to go for Mamelukes anymore. But we're not seeing any production being dropped from him, and it might cost them, to be honest. Daniel is bringing this back. Burmese Halbs doing work even against the Skirms. Yeah, like Halbs in mass is better than Skirms late game in my opinion. Oh, good micro from Daniel. Actually paying attention and winning that Bomber Cannon fight. I always fail those. They're very hard to pay attention to in late game when so many things are going on. Yeah, I think Yo's struggling out here. He's dropping pop rapidly. He's only now recognizing he needs more vills, but it's not vills the problem. It's his TC production, man. He only has 2 TCs. I think he's gonna drop some more now. He doesn't have any wood income as well. Yo is slipping. Yo is slipping up. Yeah, Yo's floating plenty of reds here. He's not even. He hasn't hit 200 pop all game. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of a weird play from him. I'm seeing more Mamelukes on this side. Did snipe some Onagers though. Good stuff there. Glockin, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while, my man. Generic Halb does 68 damage in 1 shot. Are you sure? Because I'm not really seeing that. I saw them kill it in 3 shots. They were doing something like 50 damage. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, he's not gonna get any shots off. Well, we'll see. We'll pay attention to it next time. Hera knows me. My life is complete. I recognize you, man. You've been around for a while. These shots are downhill. It's hard to tell. Hits. 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 Ah, no hits.
Out of bars because I lost my fake. The drinking age is 21 here and I'm 20.
Yo, thanks for 100 bits, man. Lost the fake ID, huh? That's always a pickle. Just grow a beard, man. Works just as well. Oh, actually, they clapped them. I think you might be right, actually. Liverpool. 32 for cavalry armor, then 26 in camel class, and 10 is normal habitat. Oh boy. That's a lot of damage. Thanks for that follow, by the way. Welcome, welcome. The game sounds are very loud. Okay. Are you sure? Hold on, can we get a vote on that? Because it's really not that loud. I can lower it a little bit. There, just a tad bit. It might be because of the new OBS that the desktop volume is louder. I'll have to take a look at that as well. It's okay, alright. Well, I lowered it a little bit. But I think overall we gotta work this as a democracy, and if it's not too loud for everyone, then we just keep it as it is. Good cutters there, sniping off that trebuchet, and this is looking like a late game scenario where one player is at 200 pop all game, which is Daniel, and Yo isn't, and that's literally the only reason he's losing this. And it pains me because, well, it pains me to watch this because Yo is usually so good at late game. And seeing Potato like this and something so basic, which is getting 200 pop, I don't know, it hurts. One part of me is telling me like maybe he's just trolling around for the viewers, like playing around with the Mamelukes, not really trying too hard, but you know, I don't want to take credit away from Daniel, who did play this one very well with the late castage pressure, and then did the right tech switch into Halb Onager, and is now, you know, plenty of production, 200 pop all game. He's played this one very well. So I don't want to go ahead and say that, you know, Yo was trolling. I think credit where credit's due, and Daniel definitely played well. You cancelled. No, that works. Additional baker, that works. When you go on options. Oh, actually no, maybe it doesn't. No, I think it does though. I think it does. If it doesn't work, my life is a lie. Because I've been cancelling for a while now. I'm gonna say Yo was trolling since he went full meme. Yeah, but the thing is, memes at the time kind of made sense. So it might be a viewer thing. I think he could have still easily won with memes. Like, it's not like it was that troll. And he's even now kicking into high gear. Like, now we're finally seeing the production buildings. Like, this should have happened 25 minutes ago, easily. And then another siege works from the front. But the problem is now he's lost the castles, but he still has access to gold inside. Okay, he's got a castle in the corner of the map. I guess he's protecting the black space, which makes sense. And, well, he is going to be contesting this gold, and he did eat up the stone as well. So, Yo is still in this. It's not over, but I think he could have just already ended it by now if he played properly from the start. Obadiah, what's up, man? How's it going? Sure, better options than memes. He could have went camels. Oh boy. I actually like memes, and like I know they suck, but they're a fun unit to play with, to be honest. This broadcaster is still creating some hype. I'm telling you, it's not over. I don't lie to you guys. If it's over, I stop casting. I'm like, yo, this game's fucking done. Yo's trolling. This guy's trash. You know, I'm realistic, okay? But if it's still a chance, I'll let you guys know. At least my opinion. Imagine memes not nerfed. I don't think they were that strong in AOC though. They were just like the most powerful unit for Saracens, but I don't think they were necessarily broken. I think they should just revert that change, to be honest. Or at least find a middle ground here where they're not shooting that fast, but they're not shooting this slow either. Some Mameluke raiding coming in the back. Oh, that guy got clapped. Okay. But finally, Dino is actually clearing up this side little base from Yo, and he's actually going to kill quite a bit of villagers. Yo ate up all the gold though, so he's going to be chilling with that. And he's doing some raiding of his own. But it just feels like Daniel's map presence is way more effective here. And it sucks because Yo got all these techs early. He got the light cavalry tech. He could have afforded the Hussar tech a long time ago. He had the Arbalest tech and all the upgrades. He could have easily went for those. I don't know. I just feel like Yo threw this one quite a bit. But well played from Daniel is now pushing his advantage, raiding all. When you're at 200 pop, you should now start considering stables on the side, which he's actually already been doing for a while now. That's really good. You need to make use of your army though. And now Yo's actually dropping to 110 pop, 67 villagers and dropping. This is looking like a yikes game. I think it's going to be almost a wrap. What did they change to Mamelukes? Cemetery gates, they made their attack rate slower, so they have a higher animation for their attacks. Some raiding going on in the back of Daniel's base. Does he know about this? It looks like he does. He's saying that helps to deal with it now, but it's done quite a bit of damage already. Plenty of villas went down. Alrighty. Okay. But that being said, I mean, I just feel like Yo's taking too much damage himself. Now he's dropping below 100 pop, so Daniel is doubling him in terms of map presence. Oh boy. Smiller, what's up, man? How's it going? I miss AOC Manga. Those were too broken. I like the nerf on that one because it made Mongols way too broken in team games. Alright, I think at this point it's pretty much over. I don't see how Yo can reboot from this. He ran out of his extra golds and his extra stones, and now he's just kind of, I think like his res, he's kind of just struggling. He's got nothing. Okay, can we do a question? I have a question for you guys, chat, because I don't understand this. Why is Yo not resigning? Okay, thank you, he resigns. Like, I don't understand. Me, when I drop below 100 pop, or like even like 120, I'm done. Like, it's over. Like, there's no chance to come back from here anyways. But some players, like, they like to drag it on quite a bit. It's kind of weird. Oh, guy transition. What do? I think it's plus. I think it's that. Let's see. Transition. Let's go. And they're actually launching the next game right away. Asking players why they don't resign losing caster ELO. Oh boy. We're fine. We're fine.